Hello, this is King Typhlosion, and today we continue our Pokemon Red Adventures game, ROM hack, whatever you call it, an animated version of the manga. So basically, in the last episode, we found out that Team Rocket is looking for some Moonstone. We don't know why it's looking for the Moonstone. Mixie decided to go on ahead without us, but she was really holding us back. But we really don't care because we're the powerhouse of the Kanto region. Red. So, Red, he's my favorite manga character. After him, I would say Gold is my favorite manga character, just to the fact he has the Great One, the Sacred One, the Almighty, the most powerful Pokemon, Free My Man's Mega Typhlosion on his team. Typhlosion is just a beautiful Pokemon. It's just straight up, it's beautiful. I like the way they designed it. I like its evolution chain. Don't get me wrong. I told you guys I'm a fan of Pokemon that they just changed a little bit of it and just made it taller and stuff, but Cyndaquil evolves into Quilava. It gets longer, it grows fire, it gets faster. Then Quilava into Typhlosion. It gets way more bulkier. It has a fire necklace. It's just a complete badass. And they just kept certain parts of its former evolution, which I'm okay with. It's just a beautiful Pokemon. If you guys would like to know the story of why I like Typhlosion, well, it's pretty simple. One day I was in my aunt's house, minding my business, bored of nowhere. So then, I was 8 years old at that time. I went outside. My friend, he came over and he was like, so I got this Game Boy Color and I found this game lying around in my house. So he borrowed it to me for a while. It was Pokemon Gold, the first Pokemon game I've ever played in my life. The game that hooked me to the Pokemon series. So I played Pokemon Gold. I was those thinker kind of persons. So when I got to Professor Elm, I stayed there for a good minute, looking, deciding which starter Pokemon to choose. I was gonna choose, I'm not gonna lie, Chikorita just looked like the girl-friendly starter Pokemon. Like, I think that's when this Pokemon started to get gender-based. They were like, girls play this game, so they just added Chikorita. I wasn't a fan of Chikorita, so I was like, next. And then Totodile. I'm not gonna lie, it's an alligator. I was about to pick it. It looked badass. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, it's Totodile. It's a mini alligator. Who wouldn't pick a Totodile? But then I was like, it wasn't water type, so I was like, dumb. And then I saw Cyndaquil. I'm not gonna lie, Cyndaquil looked like the day room Pokemon. It was a shy Pokemon. It literally is a shy Pokemon. But then it was fire type, so I was like, let's rock with it. I picked Cyndaquil, named him Blazed, continued my journey. So we went to Bellsprout Tower. I got Quilava. It was just beautiful. It was just ember everywhere. So then my friend told me I could catch Pokemon after I beat it 2 gyms. Yes, I beat it 2 gyms just with Quilava. And by the time I beat it Bugsy, Quilava was a good level 28. And then I caught Pidgey and stuff like that. But By the time I reached the ghost type gym, my Quilava faced Gengar. I completely smoked Gengar. Then it happened. The beauty of the beauty happened. I got lost. Yes, I got lost in Old Town in the Johto region. I just got completely lost. But I had Typhlosion. So I went on my way back to Goldenrod City, healed the Typhlosion. By that point I had an over-leveled Typhlosion, level 36. And all my other Pokemon were on level 25, I think. But it's just a point that my Cyndaquil pulled through 3 towns by itself. I was a noob back then. I didn't know how to catch Pokemon. And then when it became Typhlosion, it was just beautiful. I beat the fighting type gym. I roasted everything. And then when I actually reached to the Pokemon League, my Typhlosion was like a decent level 60. And I didn't buy no healing items back then because I was only 8 years old. So when my other Pokemon, which were level 40, fainted throughout the league, it was just me versus Lance. At the end, my Typhlosion smoked all of Lance's Pokemon, and after that, King Typhlosion was born. So that's the backstory of King Typhlosion. But now, back to the story. We've basically been walking around, we're battling Team Rocket, we're getting further on through the story. I don't really like talking about this game. I would play it, but if I would talk about every decision, it's a ROM hack, it's not a Wi-Fi battle, it's just knocked out the Pokemon. So we got that going. But free my man's Mega Typhlosion, he's just... We need the Johto Mega Evolution. Like, I've discussed this in Pokemon Wonderoom. Mega Meganium, Grass Fairy, Mega Typhlosion. It's between Fire Ground, Rock, Fire, or if they want to be complete badass, Fire Steel type. And Mega Feraligatr, Water Dragon, cause come on, we need a dragon starter. Like, Nintendo needs to get on that. Gen 7 Dragon starter. We need a Pokemon that eventually evolves into a dragon type. We're all tired of the firefighting. Delphox was just a complete shame. We were all hyped about the fire psychic type. Then we got a fox wearing a dress and everybody got over it. So the water starters, they were okay. Swampert is okay. Empoleon is Jesus. He's beautiful. He's a King Penguin. And Samurott, he's weird. Greninja, he's beautiful. Greninja is beautiful. And the grass starters are all ass except Sceptile. Sceptile is the only grass starter I actually like. Venusaur is up there. Venusaur is just... it's a dinosaur. And then we got Superior, but then all the grass starters are ass. We're gonna put another repel up, cause wild Pokemon are annoying. But now we're gonna actually get back to the Pokemon Red Adventure, cause now things get serious again. We're gonna actually do something important and not blab about me talking about what I like, what I don't like. So now we're gonna face the guy who, as we saw in the flashback, infected Gyarados, making it go on a rampage. And now Misty was like, we're gonna get revenge. But then I was like, I got this. So then I faced his one Pokemon, which is a Rhyhorn. With the Pokemon I have is my Pikachu. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch out into my Bulbasaur. I mean Venusaur. It's pretty much the same thing. And we're gonna just completely demolish this Pokemon. We're gonna go for the Vine Whips of Vine Whips. One hit KO. Venusaur is 2. Ivysaur. It's the same thing. It's 2 OP. So now we defeated him. We're a complete badass. And then he got that happy emoji. Yes, emoji. And then he injected his Rhyhorn with some weird shit. Some rare candy, serum, and made a Rhydon. So actually, I mean Rhyhorn. So now he has a Rhyhorn. He got that going. So we're gonna teach it a lesson again, and we're gonna beat its ass because that's how we rock with it. And it actually gained some levels. He just did some Captain America Super Serum shit. So now, our Venusaur, our Ivysaur, it's the same. It's going to not one-hit it, but I believe in it. It died. Just shows you, don't believe in grass starters. So now, we're gonna have to wrap this up with the Poliwhirl bubble, because that's how we rock with it. So now, we defeated this guy for the second time in a row, because we're just complete badasses. So, Misty's on the floor, knocked out. We found the Moonstone. We have 2 Moonstones now. He's trying to stop us. We jumped, rocks fell, cause we control this bitch. And we are just complete badasses. We saved Misty's life. We're bragging about it cause that's red. That's how we do it. And then she was like, you got the Moonstone? I was like, I got the Moonstone. So now she's just walking, but Red thinks she's running off to Cerulean City. We're just walking about this route. I like the way they added starfish into the sand. I'm saying it's sand because we're near Cerulean City. There are a lot of lakes. It looks pretty beautiful, but it makes sense for the route before the water-based gym to be all watery like starfish. A lot of water. We've been seeing a lot of oh wow. So there's even more water. So now we have to talk to Misty about chilling in Cerulean City. Red, just like me, he noticed that we're surrounded by water. Like, it's literally 4 lakes and a town in the middle. And now we hear some weird noises in the water, but she says the water is filled with Pokemon. I personally, if I lived in the Pokemon world, if I wasn't a Pokemon trainer, I wouldn't get into those waters. Because we saw what happened in the Radiant Forest. We saw how those niggas got pulled down. How they got completely pulled down to the bottom of the sea. I'm not trying for no Pokemon to pull me down to the bottom of the sea without me having Pokemon myself. So we got that going. We're going to the Pokemon. We're gonna stock up on some more items because you can never have too much of items. This is Pokemon Red Adventure. So We're almost reaching to the point where we left off. There's only like 2 more towns before we actually reach Lavender Town, where I actually left off. So after we do the events of Lavender Town, it's gonna be a complete blind run for me. So we got that going too. So now we continue to Misty's house, where she told us to meet her up after we finish exploring. But we just bought some items and we're like, alright, so let's go to Misty's house. So now we're in Misty's house and her maids are like, welcome to her house. She's bragging. She's rich. She got the stacks on stacks. So I have a question. Do you guys ever wonder what kind of food do they eat in the Pokemon world? Cause let's think about it. Hamburgers, hot dogs, all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure they're eating drum pigs and milk tanks. And don't tell me, oh no, they're vegetarians. There are a lot of grass Pokemon. There's Bellsprouts. There's Sunflora. So what do these people eat in the Pokemon world? We gotta do that investigation. So it's nighttime. We went to sleep. We're just exploring this bed, trying to find out what we do, and we got attacked by a wild Stormy. So now we have to battle this wild Stormy that pops out of nowhere. But we gotta show Stormy that we are the boss. So we're gonna Thunder Wave it, cause Starmie is a pretty fast Pokemon. And then we're gonna go for a Thunder Shock. And if that Thunder Shock doesn't work, we might just go for another Thunder Shock. Or we're gonna end it with the Tackles of Tackles. The Tackle of Tackles. But Thunder Shock should kill it. So now our Pikachu, it actually caught up. It just took one Waplu, but it actually caught up to the rest of our Pokemon. So now we're talking about what just happened. We're telling Misty and her servant, somebody's out to get me, cause we're complete badasses. Who doesn't want a piece of the future champion? And then she was like, you're not ready. And we're like, we're gonna face the Cerulean City gym. And Misty disappears and tells us to go to the gym. So she's pretty much hinting that she works in the gym. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to find out she works in the Cerulean City gym, or she's actually the gym leader. But Red is not really that smart, so it's gonna take him a while. It's gonna take him a good minute or so. But I believe in Red. I believe in him. He's gonna know. And then we see the familiar Stormy, who tried to beat us after we spanked it. So now we're going to face Stormy again. But then Stormy just one hit wonder us again. So now Misty is pretty much saying we need to get stronger. She wants to fight with us. A lot of good stuff. So now we got our asses completely whooped again. But what can we do? So this pretty much is wrapping up what happened in Pokemon Adventure Part 4 of our walkthrough. So please, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our bar on YouTube. Join Pokemon Wonder Room.